So for the first question, do you watch drama movies?
Yes.
Have you seen any drama movies that use the theme of drugs?
Yes.
Would you watch a movie that uses the theme of drugs, the main one being about lean?
About
Lean.
lean.
It's a codeine-based cough syrup that's mixed with Sprite. It's meant to be a B-class drug. It gives you like a feeling
Relaxation.
Yeah.
Okay, would I use it?
Oh no, would you watch a movie that uses the theme of it?
If it's good, then yeah.
Yeah. Where do you think a movie about drugs should be filmed? A place with open space or like a place with
Enclosed space.
Yeah. Okay. So in my short film, it uses like quite a bit of drugs, and
You don't have them yourself, right?
no.
Oh, okay, good.
For like the effects, what kind of effects do you expect to see in it?
In terms of what the editing, you mean?
Yeah.
Quick transitions, quick pace, nothing too long. You don't want to spend so much time on the drugs, do you?
Yeah.
But nothing flashy, like, because this is
Okay.
drama. Drama, you don't expect like all action or.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to do your thing, that's up.
So when the character is like in the state of feeling high, should it be shot as like a point of view or
Like a
third person?
mellow, psychedelic theme, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do you, for the beginning of the film, I was thinking of using the ending where the character ends up passing out.
Dead.
Yeah. So do you think using that as the
That's smart,
start-
yeah. That's really smart.
Do you watch a lot of drama movies?
Sometimes.
Have you seen any dramas that use the theme of drugs?
The theme, no.
Would you watch a movie that uses the theme of drugs? The main theme being lean. I mean, the main drug being lean, sorry.
I'm not sure about lean because I'm not too familiar with it, but I would be interested in a film about drugs.
Okay. In a film about drugs, where do you expect it to be shot? Like a place that has a lot of nightclubs and bars, or a place with open space?
I guess probably a bit more open space, but like I could see it more happening in a club.
Okay. In my short film, the character ends up abusing a drug called lean, and lean gives people the effect of both a high and kind of a drunk at the same time. So, with that being said, what kind of visual effects do you think I should use to try and show the character is in this state?
I guess like if you use a green screen, you could like make the background like really wavy and sort of and blurry, and make the character in front of the green screen kind of just look normal.
Okay, yeah, it's a good idea. When the character is in the state of both a high and both high and drunk, should it be a point of view shot or a third person shot, or both?
Both.
Cool. For the beginning of my short film, I was thinking of starting with the ending, like when he passes out and then he's rushed to the hospital. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yes, can hook the audience.
Okay, right. Okay. Do you watch drama movies?
I do watch drama movies.
Have you seen any drama movies that use the theme of drugs?
Drama movies that use the theme of drugs are actually my favourite kind of dramas.
Would you watch a movie that uses the theme of drugs, the main drug being lean?
Yeah, because in this society we see up and coming rappers that abuse the drug. So when little kids see it, if they would think, I want to do that as well. So it's a problem that's occurring in our society, and I think if you showcase a film about drug addiction, especially lean, that's really good because you're talking about the problem.
Where do you think a movie about drugs should be filmed? An example would be like a place that has a lot of open space or a place with a lot of clubs and bars.
I think the thing about drugs is like anyone can do them, so like it doesn't really matter where you film them. It's who is taking them and how you shoot it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. My short film is about drug abuse, the main drug being lean. What kind of effects do you think I should use in the sort of high scene?
So, in my opinion, yeah, you should before the tripping scene, you should have a scene where your main character is feeling normal, and you use like a light filter, for example, blue, to showcase that he's normal, he's relaxed. But then when the trip is starting to kick in, you start to use more aggressive colors, as like, for example, red. And as the trip gets more and more intense, you start to use more vibrant colors to signify that he's at the peak of his trip. And then slowly, when he's coming out of it, you start going back to like really calm colors.
Yeah. When the character is high / tripping, would you prefer it to be as a point of view shot or a third person shot?
I think a mixture of the both would be really cool. But like in my own personal opinion, I think if you experimented with a fisheye lens, that would be really cool. Because if you use a fisheye lens, like your view is more amplified. But if you zoom in on the fisheye lens and like to someone's face, their face starts to look more distorted, almost if like someone's looking at you while they're tripping.
Okay. In a film about drug abuse, what kind of drugs do you expect to see?
I would expect to see like cocaine, MDMA, like really, really hardcore drugs.
And for the last question, do you think starting with the ending would be a good idea?
That's a tricky question because if you showcase the ending, then at the beginning, like maybe you could have like a build up from the beginning to end where like the character struggles with drugs, and then at the end he's overcoming it, but then bam, plot twist, he dies. But then if you have that at the beginning, you can't really showcase like a plot twist maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Do you watch drama movies?
Yes.
Have you seen any drama movies that use the theme of drugs?
Yes.
Would you watch a movie that uses the theme of drugs, the main drug being lean?
Yes.
Where do you think a movie about drugs should be filmed? A place with a lot of clubs and bars, or a place with a lot of open space?
It depends on the character the movie revolves around and where he's from.
Okay. In my short film, it's about drugs. The main character drinks like a lot of lean. The effects of lean is like a mixture of a sort of drunk and high effect. So in the kind of drunk / tripping scene, what kind of effects do you expect to see?
Like a vertigo effect, maybe.
Okay.
Plus more. That's just one suggestion I can come up with from the top of my head.
Yeah. When the character is high / tripping, would you prefer it to be a third person shot or a point of view shot, or both?
Both.
In a film about drug abuse, what kind of drugs do you expect to see?
All of them.
For the final question, do you think starting with the ending scene is a good idea?
Yes, because it will make the audience like wonder like how did this happen, and like even though they already know the ending, they want to know how it happened.
Yeah. Cool. Do you watch drama movies?
Yeah, there's certain movies I like to watch, which I guess fall under the category of drama.
Yeah, I watch some drama films, but not too many.
Have you seen any drama movies that use the theme of drugs?
Yeah, one of the movies is Limitless with Bradley Cooper.
Not recently.
Would you watch a drama movie that uses the theme of drugs, the main drug being lean?
Yes.
Yes.
Where do you think a movie about drugs should be filmed? a place with open space or a place with a lot of bars and clubs?
A place which has more, I think, more closed areas. So maybe you could use fences. So then it looks more hidden and it's not in the open.
Yeah, you could use like a. What was the question again?
Where could it be from?
I'd probably say like a dim kind of like local setting. Maybe have like a boxed-in house or something. Maybe like this like stuff all over the place to kind of show that whatever.
My short film will be about drug abuse. The main character will drink a lot of lean. What kind of effects do you expect to see in a scene where he's high/tripping?
Lots of like overlaying, so it's two clips playing at once, but then it looks blurry and maybe it shakes a bit, or just everything's more slow.
A lot of blurs, a lot of like warped kind of imagery, just to show that he's high.
When the character is high/tripping, would you prefer it to be as a point of view shot or a third person shot, or even both?
I think it should be a first-person shot.
I'll troll you and say a mixture of both.
Yeah. In a film about drug abuse, what kind of drugs do you expect to see?
More pill-based because weed isn't as hard-hitting.
I think you should kind of like progress it. So the character starts off on like weed and lean, and then they like work their way up to like MD and coke and pills and all sorts of stuff.
Do you think starting with the ending scene is a good idea?
Yeah, because then it brings the viewers to be more interested from the start.
Yeah, because people want to know what happened to him, so they'll watch the film.